Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am the Grumpy Gamer. Today we're going to talk about, you guessed it, gold. But quickly, before we get into talking about gold in MCOC, if you haven't checked out my previous video, which is kind of discussing this whole look behind me here, then please go ahead and check that out. I'll put a link up above for you to go check that out. It's just kind of talking about what I want to be discussing in future videos, who I want to be discussing it to. Players hopefully like yourself that are, maybe mid-skilled, mid-tier players, beginners, intermediates, players that don't have a lot of time on their hands, players that want to try to get the most out of their time playing MCOC without having to try to kill themselves, learning about all these difficult nodes, difficult champions to use, etc. So if that sounds like you, then watch that previous video and make sure you subscribe, because there's going to be a ton more content just like this. Put your comments below as well, like I said, to let me know what you think about this video and if you think there are others that you might benefit from. So without further ado, let's crack on. So talking about gold. So is there a shortage in MCOC? I think there probably is. If there's one complaint that you hear tons and tons of summoners talking about these days, it's talking about a gold shortage. So even in the offers that Kabam offers to us, whether it be the daily offers or whether it be, even in the big time offers, like 4th of July, it's coming up in a day or two, and also, over the holidays, that sort of thing, even the big offers, there seems to be extremely tight with their gold. So even like the big money ones, there's only a relatively small amount of gold. So some of the ways you can get gold, some of the smaller ways, before we get into the massive one, the one that I would suggest, you do get a tiny, for the beginners out there, you get a tiny, very minuscule amount for doing each individual fight. So whether you're doing story content or whether you're in, monthly content, excuse me, there is a very, very minuscule amount in each one of those fights. There's a small amount in the rewards for like story content again, or monthly content, that sort of thing. So you maybe will get 20,000 gold or something for finishing one specific maybe chapter or something in the game. But those of you who have played the game very long know that will not go very far. So some of the bigger ways, a couple times a year you get the Halls of Fortune. So usually around Christmas time you'll get Halls of Fortune, maybe somewhere around now. You might get Halls of Fortune. Usually once, twice a year, we might get Halls of Fortune along with Halls of Healing and things like that. So you can get a few thousand gold through that. You can also get it through the Summoner Sigil. If you want to pay for the Summoner Sigil, you can get a few 100,000 gold per month through that, which is beneficial. But again, you've got to pay for that. Also, another big one is through gold crystals. I mean, you can get a fair bit through the gold crystals. Now, the regular gold crystals, not so much. But the higher ones, the higher tier ones, you can get some decent amount of gold through those. So whether you want to save that, or we used to save them up and wait for, certain times of the year where, all gold would be a certain percentage uplift, whatever, if you held your gold crystals until then. But there's no benefit to that now, so you might as well just open them as soon as you get them, unless you really want to save up those crystals. But my main way of getting gold is mainly by playing arena. So battle chips, that's a big one. So you can get tons of gold through battle chips. If you're unlucky not to get units, you're going to get stuck with gold. I suppose it's kind of a positive way to look at it. You not got your units that you really wanted, but at least you've got some gold, which you will need the gold. The main thing is when you're playing arena, you're going to be getting, if you play enough arena, you'll be getting shards. So it's a good way to pick up, say, 4-star shards, 5-star shards as well. If you've got a lot of 5-star champs, you can do the same thing. But if you get 4-star shards, then the more expanded your roster gets, so even 3-star shards, I suppose, 3-star, 4-star shards. Once you start getting a vast majority of those champions, then as you grow those 4-star shards, and you're able to open the 3-star crystals, the 4-star crystals, then the more dupes you're going to get, the more duplicates, the more max sig crystals, all that sort of thing, to be able to open more and more of those 3- and 4-star and 5-star crystals. So As you're opening those, the more ISO you're going to get. So that brings me to the biggest way, in my opinion, you can get gold: selling of ISO. So the first thing I would do is, personally, is sell all of your basic ISO. The reason I say that is you don't want to use basic ISO for ranking up your champs. So let me say that again. You do not want to use basic ISO for for ranking up your champs. Now the reason that is, if you've not noticed, if you're quite new, you don't want to do that because using basic ISO over the specific class ISO takes a considerable amount more gold. So if you've got a skill champ and it's rank up day, you want to rank them up, you've got no skill ISO, guess what? You might want to wait. You might want to wait until the next level up day when you might actually have some skill ISO. If you've got a science champ that you kind of want to rank up, you've got some science ISO, maybe pick that one. Wait for that skill one until next time. Unless it's something you really desperately want to do. But it will save you a considerable amount of gold using that class-specific ISO to rank up your champs. So sell your basic. That's the first thing I would do. If you start opening a considerable amount of 4 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars, whatever, and you're getting a lot in your inventory, the ISO, the colored ISO, then you're going to have it expiring, which I have it expiring quite a lot. I try to open 3 and 4 stars only when I need them for ISO, but I still have it expiring sometimes. So then I would start trying to sell your class-specific ISO. You're going to get a lot more gold for your class-specific ISO, but I would only sell it if you don't need it. I wouldn't really go in to just start selling all your class-specific ISO just to get more gold, because you still want to rank up your champions and expand your roster and all that sort of good stuff. But definitely, those are the best ways to get gold quick, at least in MCOC. So grind arena if you can. If you can't, do enough content you can. Whatever ways, which we maybe discuss in a future video, how are the best way for you think you can get more, say 3, 4, whatever star champs, to try to get more duplicates to get that ISO. Because it's a lot of ISO. It's a bit of a shame when you dupe a 5-star or 6-star, you get the exact same amount of ISO that you get when you go dupe a 4-star. That's just how it is, at least for now. But for now, that is the best way. Sell your ISO, and then you'll rake in that gold. All right, guys. If you've enjoyed today's video, try to keep it short and sweet. Enjoy today's video. If you think of anything else that would be beneficial, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, leave it in the comments, please. And I will catch you later. Take care.